Hello YouTube, today we're having a look at an Atozy video about a scumbag IRL streamer, aka a nuisance streamer. So here's what the story is. I believe this streamer is that dumbass called Vitaly, which, fun fact, so in old YouTube, he used to be super popular, he did pranks, but, like, he lost popularity because the whole prank meta for YouTube, because people got tired of the prank channels and the prank shit was stupid. So yeah, it's a whole thing. He started doing some terrible shit. Then he like beat up a woman because he was high on mushrooms, like just some random woman walking past his house. And and now he became a nuisance streamer, and all he does is harass people in the Philippines, and he justifies it by saying, "Oh, I threw money at them, so it's fine now." Like, he tries to say, "Oh, I'm such a good person for giving them money after I scare and harass them publicly in the public." Basically, he thinks he could just throw money at his problems, and judging by the title of this video, he's facing 24 years in the Philippines. Yeah, so he's going to a prison in the Philippines, so this is gonna be kind of fucked. Anyway, full screen it. Alright, let's start the video.
This scumbag IRL influencer can now be facing up to multiple decades in prison in the Philippines
Vitaly,
because
right?
he live streamed himself harassing strangers in the street, mall security guards, and stealing multiple items, including a mall security bike. Obviously,
Also he kept hitting on dudes. Like, that's supposed to be part of his prank or jokes or whatever the fuck. Which is kind of weird. Like, he kept asking dudes if to kiss him or something. I forgot, there was like one clip where he said something like that. It's fucking weird.
we're talking about the case surrounding Vitaly, who was an American-Russian YouTuber who was one of the largest prank channels back in the day, who unfortunately lost his mind and ended up serving some time due to horrifically attacking a jogger in Miami. But
yeah, there we go.
He came back to the internet, and he's came back to the internet a few times, but in the most recent time, he decided to come back to the internet and essentially be a knockoff Johnny Somali for some reason. And in his comeback, he was definitely not wise when it comes to picking the country to be.
He's getting the Johnny Somali treatment. Like, I reacted to an Atozy video that he did on Johnny Somali, which there's more videos on that. I just didn't feel like doing a reaction on Johnny Somali because fuck that guy. Like, maybe a newer one, I'll look into it. But yeah, basically, he started to do the Johnny Somali thing in the Philippines, and it didn't. Yeah. Now he's got 24 years.
The Philippines. I don't know why you would ever want to come to the Philippines and go live with the title "Disturbing the Peace in the Philippines," as that is probably one of the last countries I would ever want to have that title on my stream, let alone go around and harass people and then steal multiple items while live streaming yourself doing so.
You don't want to go to a prison in the Philippines. I don't know. I'm just getting the idea that the prison might be a little fucked there. Okay, let's rewind a little bit.
Go around and harass people and then steal multiple items while live streaming yourself doing so. It's like the influencer version of Darwinism, and his actions are definitely catching up to him here now.
Oh, did I fast forward?
Perp walked out in front of the entire country. It's like the influencer version of Darwinism, and his actions are definitely catching up to him here now because he was just perp walked out in front of the entire country.
Yeah.
Secretary John Vic Remulla will now make a statement.
He's getting 24 years. That's,
yeah, the smirk he had during his arrest and mugshot, that's completely gone. Dude, he was warned multiple times. He didn't care. He just openly embraced going to jail in the Philippines on his stream. And now he's in even more trouble than what I think he's ever been in his life. And that really, really sets the bar when you look at his situation that happened in Miami. Because if you have a horrific attack on your record and somehow you're in more trouble than what you were then,
yeah, he viciously beat someone.
For?
Vitaly engaged in multiple disruptive and inappropriate acts, including attempting to kiss and grab him, trying to
Yeah,
seize his service firearm.
he was basically sexually harassing male security guards. Also, as his prank, because he's trying to do. It's just a prank, bro. It's just a prank. Like, it's fucking weird.
Taking videos of him without consent, mocking other security guards, and vlogging without a permit in BGC.
Yeah.
Also, in Vitaly's latest video in BGC, nakita siyang sumasakay ng patrol motorcycle na walang abiso.
Oh wow, there's just a whole plethora of charges here that can be disastrous for him. They're also
Oh yeah. He tried to steal like a more motorcycle. I think it was like a police motorcycle, or if it wasn't a police one, it was like the security, I guess, in like that shopping area. I don't remember. It was probably a police one, but yeah. And he thought it was okay because he threw money at people. Like, he would throw money. He thought that made it okay. I guess that's the difference between him and Johnny Somali. The difference is he thinks he could get away with anything if he gives them money.
talking not just fully English, they're speaking tag-along with English, which I think they call Taglish. So I had to transcribe a lot of this to actually understand what is going on and then run it through ChatGPT and then have ChatGPT essentially tell me what they were saying. So it's not fully spot on yet, but that's what happens when we're trying to break this news. So here we have, I guess, the charges against Vitaly, which aren't 100% set in stone from what I can tell, because he just kind of threw out a lot of the things that happened that they're investigating him for. So first you have unjust vexation, which is engaging in behavior that caused annoyance and distress to others. Then you have alarm and scandal, which is actions that disturb public peace and order. Then you had attempted theft, which was trying to unlawfully take a security guard's firearm. That's a serious charge. That is.
Wait, you tried to steal his.
Did this happen after
gun
coverage? Did this happen after he was arrested? I don't remember that being on the stream that I skimmed through. That is a serious charge. Then you have the 2 counts of theft if they go after him for taking the motorcycle and the industrial fan, and then also that face mask. But they returned the face mask pretty quickly, so we'll see what they do there. Then you have the threatening to rob an old lady as well. But
oh yeah, that happened on stream.
Apparently, if you steal a motorcycle in the Philippines, you can actually get up to life in prison. And this is all due to a new and stricter law they put in place around 2016. Now, will he get life in prison? There's no way. But the fact that you would even go to a country and do something that can give you a maximum of life in prison is insane. I am seeing multiple locals say that he could be facing up to 24 years in prison, as it's up to 12 years for each of the counts of theft there. And that's just the theft cases alone. And then you have all these other charges up here as well. So will he get this amount of time? Probably not. But I don't think he's going to just leave the country next week, to put it lightly. It seems like they very much so want to charge him. So then they go on to say that charges also stem from incidents where Vitaly is seen grabbing a security guard's hat, attempting to seize another guard's firearm, and threatening to rob a woman in Bonifacio Global C. Now, Secretary Romola, who is the guy that essentially had him perp walked out there in front of the whole country, now he said that Vitaly will not be deported immediately, but will remain in the Bureau of Immigration Detention Facility to face the charges filed against him. He also emphasized that no special treatment will be given, stating that we're done with foreigners who only insult Filipinos. This is an example that we are serious here in our country, and we won't let them belittle us. And they also stated that authorities are seeking Vitaly's cameraman, who may also face charges for enabling a commission of crime. This is a stark contrast from what we've seen Japan do with Johnny Somali, and now maybe even South Korea with Johnny Somali, as they seem to be playing way more softball with him there. In the Philippines, they're not messing around. They had him perp walk down in front of the whole country within a week of an arrest. Within the week of him doing it, they arrested him right away. They arrested him 2 days after my video on him. They arrested him on the 3rd of April. Now on the 7th of April, they're having him perp walked out in front of the entire country saying, hey, we're gonna make an example out of this guy. This is not okay. This is crazy. Why, as an influencer, would you ever go mess around and do this kind of content, especially not in your home country? Fair enough.
It's because he's trying to see it as, because again, this guy used to have, his channel used to be about doing pranks, and He thinks still this is like a new form for pranks being a public nuisance. That's why he did it. He's doing whatever he can to be relevant because he was only relevant in like old YouTube back when prank channels were popular, and then now they aren't. You know, I'm actually so happy now that whenever someone decides to be a nuisance streamer in a foreign country, they're actually getting shit done about it. And the only people who would defend these idiots are literally douchebags. Like, that's why Johnny Smalley has like 5 people supporting him.
Enough if you actually understand the laws of the place that you're in, but still, please,
Well, 5
never
sane
do
people.
stuff like this because
Well,
again,
5
I wanna
non-sane,
live in a
I mean.
world where I can walk around in public without having to worry about being harassed by an IRL streamer. Is that so much to ask for? And I feel like everyone in the world deserves that very basic right. If you're out in public, you shouldn't have some IRL streamer harassing you to try to get some sort of reaction so they can monetize it for their live stream. It's just not acceptable. But continuing, it says Vitaly's actions have drawn significant criticism and authorities are committed to ensuring accountability for his conduct in the Philippines. Here's a little snippet where he says that Vitaly has to take accountability for his own content.
People have to take responsibility for the content they create. It is not a license to shame or to hurt or to besmirch anyone. A vlog, ang social media, ay may kaakibat na responsibilidad.
But then Vitaly gets in trouble during the press conference because for some reason the dude just can't stay serious even though his freedom is literally on the line here. Bro's freedom is literally at stake. And speaking of the other stake, he's also now banned from Kick.com. So that stake deal is gone. He is...
Oh, so he moved to Kick. That's why he's doing this bullshit. Oh, this is why I don't ever want to go to Kick. So Kick, that's where all the nuisance streamers stream. Like, that's the most common place where they all stream at. And for some reason, Kick just attracts douchebags as viewers. Like, I don't understand that. Is that just where not only the terrible people that want to stream go to, but terrible people in general that watches that sort of shit? I don't get it. I don't understand it. Kick just sounds terrible.
officially been 404 as he was
It's
so
like the
worried
worst
about
people in
Before
Kick.
we give our next question, may I just remind Mr. Vitaly to respect the secretary while he is speaking and not say anything or gesture anything that is out of the ordinary. Thank you so much. So may we call on Mr. Rambo from DZXL.
Oh boy, that is the stare of a man who wants to put you under the prison. Vitaly is in for a rough time. Who would have known that harassing people and just making an absolute fool out of yourself and I guess the platform that you represent would get you banned? I feel like it's pretty obvious, but I guess people need to be made examples of so others will learn. Because at the end of the day, no one wants this, and not even Kick wants this, because Kick does not want to risk being banned in a whole country. So they're just gonna quickly ban and get rid of whatever streamer that causes a commotion like that. But then a journalist asked if Vitaly is allowed to speak.
Good morning, Secretary. Jess Cruzat from ABS-CBN News. May I ask if Mr. Vitaly is allowed to speak?
No, not today. Only in the formal inquest.
All right. Okay.
I mean, you could see Vitaly's disappointment there. This is such an insane situation that's just so incredibly self-inflicted, like so many of the other stories.
I mean, he had
that we
it coming.
covered. Why would you ever do this to yourself and to other people? But something I was not expecting was being credited by the police for arresting him or for finding out about this. Because here a day ago, the Taguig City police station posted criminal charges filed against YouTuber Vitaly over viral BGC incident. The Taguig police station has taken swift and divisive action in response against a viral video involving Russian-American YouTuber Vitaly, who is now facing multiple criminal complaints following an incident at Bonifacio Global City that drew widespread public outrage. Authorities immediately launched an investigation after receiving reports from local residents and security personnel who allegedly harassed the foreign content creator. Police gathered statements, reviewed complaints before the city's prosecutor's office on April 3rd, 2025. They also coordinated with hotel management and local establishments in the area to secure evidence and ensure accountability. The incident stemmed from a video posted on April 1st, 2025 by the YouTube channel Atozy, titled "Scumbag IRL Streamer Destroys His Life in the Philippines Live." That title aged very well now. Was not expecting to see my video in an official police statement, though. I just saw his live stream and I was like, there's no way this guy's this stupid to be doing that there. So I made a video on it. The video, which has reached over 600,000 views, shows Vitaly aggressively approaching and filming people in the street in Taguig. Vitaly, 32, was reportedly staying in a hotel in Fort Bonifacio during the visit. On March 31st, around 11 a.m., he was seen walking along Bonifacio High Street where the incident took place. He was caught on video confronting several individuals while making live streaming content for social media. According to reports, these affected include security guards and workers in the area. One guard said that Vitaly forcefully pulled his ID from his neck. Another worker said that the YouTuber took his hat without permission, while a third, also a security guard personnel, claimed that the foreigner tried to grab his service firearm. Yeah, okay, so I mean, that is a serious charge. Recognizing the suspect's foreign nationality, the Taguig police...
Why would you try to reach, like, even if he's just a security guard, why would you try to reach for the firearm? That's just not smart. Also, because, yeah, the only thing I saw in the clips to this was basically Vitaly was just trying to, he was grabbing their shit, like their hats and whatnot, their IDs and shit. I didn't know about the gun.
Also coordinated with the Bureau of Immigration to determine possible violations of immigration laws. A formal request was sent to the BI for updates of the YouTuber's current status for guidance and further action. Taguig authorities have issued a strong reminder to all visitors and online content creators to respect local laws, warning that actions meant to harass or humiliate people, whether it's on camera or not, can have serious consequences. The Taguig City Police Station assured the public that they're continuing to monitor the case and are committed to protecting residents from similar incidents in the future. I mean, shout out the Philippines for handling this so quickly. And also, like, this should definitely not scare anyone from going to the Philippines because they want tourism there. They just don't want people to be live streaming and harassing people in public. It's very easy to go visit a country and not act like the town. That's crazy being in an official Filipino police statement. Shout out to all my Filipinos. I love you guys. I'm currently in a different setup, as you can see, because I'm currently traveling to go to yet another crazy influencer trial. I guess we just
Johnny Smalley.
I've had a lot of fun doing it. So here we're going to another case tomorrow, and I have to get up at,
or is he going to the Vitaly one?
At 2:41 a.m. So I won't be getting too much sleep because I have to drive for a couple hours tomorrow to get to this court case because it is in the middle of nowhere. But hey, if this video gets like 75,000 likes, I might fly out to the Philippines as well to go to Vitaly's trial. But other than that, if you're new here,
okay, he's going to the
I'll see you in the next
Johnny
video.
Somali one then.
Yeah, drop a like on this video so maybe I can go to the Philippines as well. Peace.
Huh. Yeah, this is kind of pathetic when you think about it, because so this guy was a big prank channel before. It's like he's trying so hard to be relevant, but he isn't. He's like, it's like, wow, dude. So you're just you think the nuisance streamer thing is for you. Yeah, you fucked around, found out. So yeah, basically, again, he was a prank YouTube channel, and basically the prank channels and the prank streamers were... It was basically just nuisance streamer before they got the name nuisance streamer, because it used to be about just doing stupid pranks, which eventually the pranks got more and more annoying and it would piss people off, and it straight up just eventually evolved into becoming a nuisance streamer where you just be an asshole in public, which I never understood why that was a thing. And it usually, again, the people that actually enjoyed watching that shit is usually douchebags that no one likes to begin with. That's usually who enjoys that type of content, but yeah. But yeah, this is just so pathetic. This dude's struggling so hard to be relevant, and well, people are talking about him again, but it says he's probably gonna get 24 years in prison, judging by this video's title. Anyway. Pro tip if you're going. Well, I'm not a pro at streaming, but a tip for if you decide to be a streamer: don't be a nuisance streamer, don't be a prank streamer, or at least if you're gonna do a prank, don't make it do ones that were you're just a nuisance streamer. Like, holy shit. But anyway, if you enjoyed this, like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you all next time. It's such a good thing to see, like, nuisance streamer getting their comeuppance. Anyway, peace.